You open a message, read it, and close the chat without replying. You tell yourself you'll answer later. But later sometimes becomes hours or days. This happens more often than people admit. Someone sends a simple, "How are you?" and suddenly it feels like a task. Not because you dislike the person. Not because you're rude. It just feels like you need the right mood, the right words, or the right energy. So you delay it. In psychology, this is often connected to mental load. When the brain already feels full, even small social actions can feel heavier than they actually are. A short reply is not just a sentence. It becomes a decision, a tone choice, and a tiny social responsibility all at once. Most people think replying quickly means they are polite or efficient. They treat messages like quick exchanges, almost automatic. But for some, every reply feels slightly personal. They reread what they wrote. They imagine how it will sound. They wonder if it might be misunderstood. This difference is not about intelligence or kindness. It is often about sensitivity to social signals. Some brains scan for emotional meaning more than others. A simple "sure" can feel too cold. A longer message can feel too much. The mind tries to balance warmth and safety, and the process slows everything down. There is a hidden strength in this behavior. People who delay replies are often more thoughtful communicators. They tend to care about tone. They notice small emotional details. When they do respond, their messages usually feel genuine rather than automatic. But there is also a hidden cost. Silence can be misunderstood. Others may assume disinterest, distance, or even rejection. The person delaying the reply might just be tired or overwhelmed, yet the outside world only sees the gap. Over time, this gap can create quiet social tension that was never intended. Another layer is emotional energy. Social interaction, even through text, still uses psychological resources. For people who are mentally drained, typing a response can feel like opening another tab in an already crowded mind. Avoidance then becomes a short-term relief, even if it creates mild guilt later. Most people have done this at least once. They just don't talk about it. It sits in private chats, unread notifications, and small internal negotiations. The behavior is common, but the feeling behind it often stays invisible. The interesting part is that the delay is rarely about the other person. It is usually about internal timing. Mood, fatigue, or emotional bandwidth quietly decide when the reply happens. From the outside it looks like choice. From the inside it often feels like capacity. When you think about the last message you postponed, was it really about the conversation, or about how much space your mind had at that moment?